Today on What's Next.
Being a senior, I'm 56 years old at this point. I can't imagine what it feels like when you don't know where your food is coming from.
Dancing just gives me incredible energy. It gives me so much joy, and I give that back as much as I can.
The heroes are my buddies that they'll be coming back. I've had the opportunity to enjoy a full life. I'm no hero.
Hello and welcome to What's Next. I'm Mark Middleton here with your weekly countercultural programming. You know, we do live in an ageist culture that would have us fear and resent growing older. This damaging messaging can be quickly passed from our minds into our bodies. When we anticipate the perceived negative benchmarks of aging, we all but guarantee that they will come to pass. What the mind believes, the body embraces. But that's where the 3 P's come in: passion, purpose, and possibility. When we find a passion that gets us up in the morning and a purpose that we believe in, we change our mindset about what's possible. It's our mission to inspire you to live a life of passion, purpose, and possibility, which brings us to John Rivers. The CEO of the award-winning Four Rivers Barbecue Restaurant Group, Rivers started what he calls his barbecue ministry after a successful 20-year career in medical sales. When we last sat down with John, he told us, if your dream doesn't require a miracle, you're not dreaming big enough. Well, John's got some big dreams. In the wake of the COVID pandemic, his Four Roots Foundation worked with local farmers to rescue produce that was sitting in fields and get it to people in need. But they found that the numbers of those with food insecurity continued well after the pandemic. Today, through their Meet the Need program, with support from Humana, the Four Roots Foundation is finding a new population to help.
The food hunger crisis often focuses on adolescents, but the senior population, which is the biggest sector of our population that's growing, they're in the same boat. They are very often forgotten about, and we can't do that as a society. Humana in particular has been a tremendous partner. They gave us a grant early in our process that allowed us to build our mobile farmers market. And the whole premise is increasing that access to people who don't have transportation. The mobile farmers market, we built it. We did a custom job on a van, and we are able to take that deep into communities, which we do every single day. We do it 6 to 7 times a week right now. It's completely SNAP eligible, and it has all the fresh produce, not just from here, but from all those wonderful farmers that we support. And we bring it to all ages in those communities. And not just that, but they've also sponsored us in some other programs focused on seniors in particular.
Carmen Gibson is the Assistant Director of Community Engagement for Four Roots.
What we're finding with the seniors is more access and affordability. So the education piece on what they need to eat, I think they know. It's just the affordability and the access of it. I actually, at one time, suffered from food insecurity. And that's when I started working for Four Rivers. At that time, I wasn't sure how I was going to eat and all that stuff. So now that I understand it, I think I'm able to connect a little bit better with those individuals that don't have. Being a senior, I'm 56 years old at this point. I can't imagine what it feels like when you don't know where your food is coming from. Being able to serve them has been a very humbling experience for me. It's done wonders for my heart.
The Mobile Farmers Market is just one component of the Four Roots campus, which is a bold, ambitious, auspicious effort to create a healthy, sustainable food system that's not far from downtown Orlando. Construction on Phase 2 of the Four Roots campus begins in early 2025. But Rivers gave us a tour of the current operation, outlining what's to come and the state-of-the-art methods they're using to redefine agriculture.
It's intended to be an education facility, not a high production farm. So we can actually take one seed, plant it in 9 different mediums, and then track not just the growing cycle and the yield, but also the phytonutrient analysis on it to find out which system, which fertilization, which process yields the greatest output.
And does that depend on the variety of the plant to some extent, or is it always the same that gets the best results?
No, it's a combination of both the seed and the environment. So, the amount of nutrients that are going into the water, that's underneath them will have a direct impact on the phytonutrient density of the project. The amount of light, that's coming in, that'll have an impact on it. That'll create all the sugars, typically that will transfer into the plant. Here we're putting in a whole new system, which you see going in. This is part of the experiment. We had a different system in here that didn't work out. Instead of, battling it, you just said pull it, and let's put a whole nother system in. So guess who our first and biggest customer is on the farm? It's SeaWorld.
Is that right?
Yeah, they buy all the lettuce for their manatees. And their manatees really like our lettuce, which is I'm so grateful for.
John Rivers is a man of passion and purpose who likes to dream big, and those dreams are all about making a difference in the lives of others. To see our complete feature on the Four Roots Farm, visit watch.growingboulder.com.
You'll be surprised how much joy and energy some activity might bring you.
Welcome back to What's Next. I'm Mark Middleton. If you want to change people's minds about what's possible as we age, you have to confront some major misconceptions. You got to smash some stereotypes. And that's exactly what we're doing with Humana in the new 65 Plus, a unique initiative that celebrates the achievements and the aspirations of older adults who, no matter their age, their abilities, opportunities, or challenges, have found their own way to experience joy and live with passion, purpose, and possibility in their lives. One of the cool things that we did was create a national selfie contest, inviting people to share photos of themselves doing whatever they love: volunteering, traveling, gardening, playing sports, being with friends or family, whatever brings them joy. We created an interactive display on the plaza of the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville with photos of those who entered, the winning photo, and photos we took of men and women while we were there, all to share the message that we can all find our own way to love life beyond the age of 65. We made a lot of new friends in Nashville, including 72-year-old Paul Hamer, aka the Dancing Cowboy. Paul told us he was on his deathbed when he says God told him he wasn't done yet.
It don't matter how old you are, young or old, if something hits you, a disaster, you'll get depressed, you feel like dying. Well, you have to have faith.
Most people think that older adults can't bounce back, older adults can't have fun. What do you say to people?
Change your mindset. It's all about mindset. You'll be surprised how much joy and energy some activity might bring you, from if it's at your local community center, maybe playing rook or cards or bingo or something like that, or going dancing. Dancing just gives me incredible energy. It gives me so much joy, and I give that back as much as I can every chance I get.
Paul is finding his joy in dancing. So the question is, where can you find yours? We spent 2 days on the Opry Plaza meeting and photographing an endless stream of people like Paul, all there sharing their passion for family, friends, and country music, and their inspiration for loving life.
Don't be fearful of growing older. It's a great thing.
Life is not over, it's just kind of begun.
I'm having a better time now at 65 than I did when I was 25.
There's something for all of us out there.
I've skydived at 14,000 feet. I've climbed mountains.
I just keep volunteering, bowling 5 days a week.
We love to travel. I play pickleball every day. She goes to the gym every day.
The new 65 is all about breaking stereotypes, right, of seniors, and just making sure that seniors feel seen, they feel heard, and that we're driving to this, passion and purposeful life.
What was great about these submissions is that every single one of them was different. So there were some people that were celebrating volunteering. There were some people that were hiking the Great Wall of China, and there were some people that were enjoying their backyard and gardening. And so it really was a huge display of being different, yet enjoying what you love.
1, 2, 3. Awesome.
Now this guy tells me I am not a hero. Don't call me a hero, but I'll leave it up to you. Welcome back to What's Next. Today we're celebrating the stories of ordinary people living with passion and purpose. Passion and purpose have pretty much defined the Grand Ole Opry for 99 years now. In fact, we were there in October for the Opry's 99th birthday celebration. And we brought something special to the party, another 99-year-old. We joined Humana in honoring 99-year-old World War II veteran and Murfreesboro, Tennessee native, Bill Allen.
Would you please welcome special guests to the Grand Ole Opry tonight? Mark Middleton from Growing Boulder, and very special guest, 99-year-old Navy veteran, Bill Allen.
Thank you very much, Mike. Happy birthday to all who are celebrating, and happy 99th birthday to the Grand Ole Opry.
And tonight we are so honored to celebrate another 99-year-old. Now this guy tells me I am not a hero. Don't call me a hero, but I'll leave it up to you. Do you think about June 6, 1944 at all?
I sure do. I remember quite a bit about it.
You're a 19-year-old boy. You're off the coast of Omaha Beach. You had to be scared to death.
We got into Omaha Beach about the middle of the afternoon, D-Day. The beach hadn't been secured at that time, so we had to anchor out in 3 or 4 feet of water. I was on LST, which is a landing craft. We opened up our doors, let the ramp down, started unloading the troops and all the equipment. Had to go through the water to get to the beach. As soon as we got unloaded, they started bringing casualties into us, the wounded and the dead. That was my duty. We worked all the way back to England, taking care of the wounded. I made 3 trips in, successful.
His ship was ferrying the dead and the wounded from France to England, back and forth. He made 4 trips back to France, and on the 4th trip, his ship hit a mine and was literally broken in half.
It blew the bow this way, the stern that way, completely in two. Out of the 145 Navy personnel we had, killed 117. 28 of us got off. I managed to get on a life raft. Another corpsman, he got it loose. I don't know how he got it, but he had it. We stopped and picked up 4 soldiers that was in the water. 2 of them wasn't hurt too bad. 2 of them was hurt terribly bad, seriously. We had to get them out of the water onto the life raft. But then we had to hold them on and hold on to the raft too in 10, 12, 15-foot swells. I don't know how long we was on that life raft. You just don't keep time at a time like that.
19 years old, and I know you don't like to be called a hero, but you did what you had to do on that day.
The heroes are my buddies that never be coming back. Over 9,000 of them buried right there at Omaha Beach on the cemetery. That's your heroes. I've had the opportunity to come back, live a normal life, married, I have 2 fine daughters, a wonderful wife. She's 91 years old now. I've had the opportunity to enjoy a full life. I'm no hero.
What's the secret to living to 99 and still enjoying life?
Oh my goodness. I've had some close calls. I'm a cancer survivor. I don't smoke, I don't drink. I just try to live a good, clean, useful life. I find somebody that needs help. If I think I can help them, I give them a helping hand, and that's been my secret.
D-Day led to the liberation of Europe, the end of the war, and the freedom that we all enjoy today. So once again, let's express our gratitude to Mr. Bill Allen, 99 years old. How does it make you feel to see the response that you got? Multiple standing ovations.
You know, I have mixed feelings. I think our young people and many of our older people, they don't have any respect for our freedom. The price has been paid for it. Maybe I'm too sentimental, I don't know, but I respect those that lie in their graves tonight that never come back home. Had families that never see the families again. Children never know their father. That's the greatest price that's ever been paid. And I see crowds like that. They honor me. I feel a certain amount of guilt. I done so little. They done so much.
But they honor you because they have respect for what you did, and it's a way of honoring those who are no longer with us.
Well, I appreciate very much being honored. I'm just a little hard-nosed kid who grew up in Murfreesboro. I certainly appreciate being recognized, and the only thing I say is thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
What a life Bill Allen has lived. He's a great reminder of the sacrifice of so many to protect the freedom that we all enjoy. A reminder to never give up on our dreams and to seize the day, which brings us to our bold social clip of the week. Jenny McCall is the world's oldest competitive ninja warrior who shares her passion for fitness and ninja training to inspire others to live happier and healthier lives. At the age of 72, she says her goal is to smash outdated stereotypes and let everyone know that you can build muscle and improve your fitness as you age. It's never too late. McCall didn't even start lifting weights until the age of 63. Humana and Growing Boulder are proud to share her example as part of the new 65 Plus, a stereotype smashing campaign that celebrates older adults who have found their own way to experience joy and live with passion, purpose, and enthusiasm for life.
I want to help redefine aging. I want to inspire and motivate people of all ages to move and get strong. My goal is to let everyone know that you can and should get stronger as you age. Since I started lifting weights at the age of 63, that's right, at 63, I've gained incredible health benefits such as reversing osteopenia back to normal. I've gained confidence, endurance, joint health, and I feel better than at any other time in my life. I threw away those age-old stereotypes. Our bodies do not break down just because we age. You're never too old, and it's never too late. You can do so much more than you think you can. And you need to keep moving so your moving parts don't rust. Then you can make the impossible possible if you have the mental fortitude. Focus on rebuilding your strength. You need muscle for staying independent for as long as possible, to be able to open jars and walk upstairs, sit, stand with no help, lift groceries and play with your grandkids. Focus on the process, not the outcome. Make a commitment. Be consistent. Form a habit, and then build on that.
Welcome back to What's Next, everybody. Today we're talking about the new 65 Plus. Together with Humana, we are flipping the script on aging by sharing the examples of ordinary people who are living with passion and purpose and inspiring all of us to lean into life as we age. We have over 1 million followers on Facebook, and I hope you're one of them. We asked them, what do you love to do? Well, Betty Long is an 88-year-old golfer who is qualified for the National Senior Games. She's looking forward to competing in Des Moines, Iowa. Betty, we're looking forward to seeing you there. Kath Kilcullen is a 65-year-old double amputee skateboarder. She admits she thought about quitting, and then she noticed who was watching. At 64, Stephen Lenartz loves the unique bonding experience of performing live music with his sons. And Deborah Ann Cathy is a kegler. She's been bowling for over 60 years and shared a photo of herself and her grandson's girlfriend after they won a tournament. Congratulations, ladies. So, what do you love to do? What sparks your passion and gives you purpose? There is no wrong answer here, folks, unless you don't have one at all. The research is pretty clear. Passion and purpose are keys to a long, happy, and active life. You don't have to have an overwhelming passion or a profound purpose like John Rivers. Loving a little boot scoot like Paul Hamer will do just fine, whatever floats your boat. And remember, when you share your passion and purpose with others, the positive benefits are magnified. So get out there, discover your what's next, something that sparks your passion and gives you purpose. And when you do, why not head over to our Facebook page and share a little selfie? Help us inspire others to find joy in their life. We'll see you next time.